Hey everybody, it's Adam from Encounter Wargaming, and today I'm going to do a kind of unboxing. It's already out of the box, but I'm going to review and show you guys some cool new products and one existing product from Gamemat.eu. So Gamemat.eu just put out a new set of terrain called Necropolis. To go with it, they also have a neoprene gaming mat. That's kind of like the mousepad material gaming mat that we all know and love. And so I'm super excited to show it to you guys. Some nice new resin terrain, pre-painted and ready to go out of the box. Now I got one set of the Necropolis terrain and then the Necropolis gaming mat, as well as a double-sided gaming mat, just to show you guys some of the really cool stuff that you can also get from Gamemat.eu outside of the Necropolis set. And so I got the double-sided gaming mat that has both Quarantine Zone and Fallout Zone on opposite sides. So great products, really high quality, and I am super excited to dive in and show you guys this. So the set itself comes with some two L-shaped walls, some ramparts, as well as some little barricades, and it's all multi-part and like you can switch around however you want, which is really cool. So super versatile, allows you to keep your gaming experience flexible and diverse. And oh yeah, and they also have these little alien weird mutated dudes inside of quarantine chambers, or like cryostasis chambers or whatever. So yeah, so there you go. So that's kind of the down low. Let's take a look and dive in. We're going to start with the Necropolis terrain and the Necropolis gaming mat. So here we go, Gamemat.eu, their new stuff, the Necropolis. Alright, so this is the first mat and terrain set I want to show you guys, and this is Necropolis. Both the mat and the terrain is the Necropolis set, and this beautiful mat is a single-sided mat, and it is just beautifully detailed. I love the kind of red, monochrome, rusty color scheme that we have going on here, and with the like alien, weird infestation stuff crawling through the floor. So this would be great for like 40k table, the Tyranid infestation, or just Necromunda, like creatures coming out of the sump, yeah, it's just beautiful. So we'll zoom in and just take a look at the mat real quick, so you can see great details, pretty good scale. I'll get some models on here as well so you guys can kind of see the scale. So you can see this like big area in the middle where just like a thing is like busting through. You can see the popped up floorboards and stuff, and then just other little details kind of like that. Nice burnout on here, great detailing, rust and like metal chipping and stuff. All the rivets look great. Beautiful. We get some blood splatter over here. Awesome. Just super detailed. Something's going to die on this table right here. And then the like big metal grating, cutting it in half all the way across. So yeah, beautiful gaming mat. And then let's focus in on the terrain a little bit. And so this terrain right here is awesome. 3 stories up. Okay, it's about 3 inches per story here, per level. So 3 levels up, and they're kind of like these L-shaped buildings. Okay, and they have the flooring on both sides along with little doorways, and the door pieces fit inside perfectly, and you can kind of open the door and they're just like a totally separate piece. So you can blow it out, remove it, use it as another, I don't know, piece of terrain or something to block off, or as a little barricade, whatever you want. So those, you get 2 of those, and they kind of have this like cracked floor look, which is really neat. So you get the cracked floor, cracked wall detailing, really cool. I'm totally looking forward to just jazzing this up a little bit with my airbrush, and it'll look really sweet. Throw some weathering powders around, just like get a little more flat look going on the walls and stuff. And yeah, so there you go. So those are the 2 main feature pieces, and then you also have these like rampart things which come in a bunch of pieces. So this is a separate piece, this is a separate piece, and then this is a separate piece. So you can kind of set up these walkways however you want, right? And so you can goof around in a number of different ways. So there you go. There's the 3 pieces separate, and then you can either have just like a freestanding walkway by like putting pieces together like this, straighten them out, and then you can have like a freestanding kind of zone like that. Dudes can chill up top or whatnot. or you could connect it into the building. So like it's like you saw at the beginning. So these are really, really cool, and you get 2 of these guys. They're kind of like curling in. You get 2 of these and 4 of these shapes. So you can see there's the other 2 over there, just kind of holding up that last wall rampart, and you get that cool fan detail in the top and the middle, which is really, really neat. And so then you also get some of these. So you get these little L-shaped wall bracket sections, kind of neat. Use those little barricades and stuff, which is great, little throw train. But then you also get these weird little quarantine zone things with this like alien dude stuck inside. Now, I don't know if it's supposed to be like this, but my glass comes off, and the dude's actually really well painted in there. The coloring is great on that. So there's a little jazzing up with the airbrush, and this would be super cool. I mean, obviously it's fantastic as is, but I bet in about half an hour I could have this stuff just looking even better. So there you go. You get 2 of those. You get 1, 2, and that, you can see, it'd probably make a really good kill team amount of terrain. This gaming mat is a 6x4 gaming mat, and so the terrain does look a little bit light for a full-on 6x4, but if you were just doing kill team, that would be all the terrain you would need for a few excellent games of kill team or Necromunda. But maybe with 2 of these sets, you could do a perfect game of 40k with enough throw train, line of sight blocking, ramparts. It'd be a fantastic 40k board. They also make the Necropolis like train thingy. I didn't get one of those, but there's one more piece that is involved with this set, and it's just a little bit extra if you want it as well. It's this cool train, this like weird train thing to match. You can check it out at Gamemat.eu. So there you go. So that's the first set, the Necropolis terrain set, and the Necropolis mat. Let's turn this over, and I'll just showcase to you guys one more mat. It's a 6x4 double-sided. Before we do that, of course, I want to throw some models down for scale. So I got out my Clan Escher gang right here. You can see she's chilling on the ramparts. We got some ladies chilling behind those barricades. Perfect for some cover. Got some ladies out in the open, so you can kind of see. Very, very ominous looking alien creature. They should be terrified. And then just a lady up in the door over here, so you can kind of get an idea of that scale. She fits through that door perfectly. It's perfectly to scale for her right there. And then, yeah, there you are. One lady up on the ramparts up here. And so there you go. So that's the scaling. It works perfectly. You could probably fit a 40 mil base right here, and you'd be flying. So there you go, there's some models on there for scale. So let's switch the mat, leave the terrain, and show you guys another one. One last thing real quick before I roll this puppy up is I just wanted to show you exactly what it's made out of. So this is like mouse pad gaming material. So it's got this nice mouse paddy, it's like super thick, right? Really, really durable. This thing's gonna last a long time. It'll stick down to any surface as well. And it's just super, super great. This is the perfect thing for these gaming mats. When you roll dice on it, it doesn't make a lot of noise. So yeah, there's one more little feature, which is really neat for these gaming mats. So, all right, without further ado, let's officially roll this guy up and show you the mat underneath. The other mat I want to show you guys, this is Quarantine Zone. This is a double-sided mat, of which I will show you the other side in a minute. But here it is. So really cool, nice color palette, some grays, some yellows. Really, really neat. So this is kind of like sewer streets, high-tech city hive. Could be any of the above. So great for 40k, anything sci-fi. So here we go. So let's get up close and personal. So great details here on the mat. These exposed hose piping, wiring. This could even be like a landing pad for a ship or something. Those are like fuel injectors. It just totally reminds me of what would plug into the Millennium Falcon or something like that in Star Wars. But just great detailing, chipped paint, rust, nice walkways with like rainwater damage, neat flooring here with some rubble. So this is a beautiful gaming mat. Just show you some other spots. Paint chipping, rust, some like torn, fallen down posters over there, and really, really cool exhaust fans and vents. It's got it all. So this is one of my favorite mats they make. So then go ahead and throw the terrain down on it. And so I try to set it up to leverage the roadways as much as possible. So the buildings, first off, they perfectly fit between the center roadway, which is great. And then you got your You got your walkways going on, models for scale up there. The little Griblies stuck in the quarantine equipment here. Models for scale as well. So you can see these containers are actually quite large. Like bigger than the size of a Contemptor Dreadnought, which is great for 8th edition 40k because you need that line of sight blocking terrain going on. See a nice other walkway here. Beautiful. Nice tall buildings. You can see that. Fabulous. Fits perfectly on this board. And again, this is a great amount of terrain for like a small kill team game. But if you had 2 of these sets on this 6x4, it would fit perfectly for a nice game. Full scale of 40k. Now, this is the most beautiful thing about what Gamemat.eu is doing now is they're doing these things double-sided. So let me clear the terrain off, turn this over, and show you guys the other side of this game mat. This would be Fallout Zone. Let's check it out. Here's the Fallout Zone side of the map. Really cool. This place has been totally carpet bombed. You can see the nice crater detailing, exposed piping and grates, as well as a train track running down the top side of the board there, as well as a whole bunch of rubble that is just on top of what used to be civilization. So you can see cracked concrete slabbing. You can see what used to be maybe a road here with like a sewer grate. We can zoom in and check it out. So just all this rubble cracked over, blown over onto this roadway here. You can see this like metal grating, and it's just super cool. Train track there. What is probably the foundation of a building. And then yeah, just rubble everywhere. Super cool. You can see this detailing here, like someone's taken wooden planks to cover like a big gap. And so clearly this is in some sort of post-apocalyptic Fallout Zone type of environment. So very cool mat. That is the other side of a 6x4 gaming mat. Again, this is also the mouse pad material. So very robust, gonna last a long time. Keeps the dice quiet when you roll them, and it's just a perfect thing. And this one you could use for like a steampunk, sci-fi, definitely not fantasy as it has some of the techie piping bits and all that, but anything sci-fi or steampunk, this would be perfect. So like War Machine, 40k. If you had like a real dirty Infinity type board, maybe you could get away with it there too, which would be really neat. But there you go, there you have it. That's everything from Gamemat.eu. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that review of that Gamemat.eu Necropolis terrain gaming mat, as well as Quarantine Zone and Fallout Zone double-sided 6x4 gaming mat. Guys, if you want any of that stuff, it's all available on their website, Gamemat.eu, and we'll put the link down there in the video description below. This stuff is perfect, just out of the box, and you are ready to go and play. Now, I do suggest for this set, if you want to play full 6x4 40k, maybe get 2 sets, so you have got a bunch of those walls, a bunch of those ramparts to jazz up your terrain a little bit. But if you just want to play Kill Team, it's the perfect thing. You just want to play Necromunda, it's the perfect thing. You can add a couple other bits and bobs if you want, stuff that you may already have, and then you're super ready to go for Kill Team or anything like that. So, guys, that's everything right there. And hey, if you liked this, would love if you just go down there and hit subscribe. And if you really like this, you could become a patron of the channel. Now, I'm trying to convince Gamemat.eu to give all you patrons a special discount. So we'll see if we can get that one in the books. And if we do, you know I will be putting a comment on this video as well as putting it in the video description. So guys, if you're a patron, we are always trying to hook you guys up with cool stuff, discounts at gaming stores and all that kind of stuff, as well as feature content, exclusive content for you patrons only. So there you go. If you want to do that, you can jump down to the video description below and become a patron of the channel today. Guys, that's it for today. We will see you at our next encounter.
Like a monkey in a rocket on its way back home. Okay.